Alright y'all, I'm here at Girl Factor, located here in the Bloomfield Shopping Plaza. I'll get the official title for the Shopping Plaza for y'all, and I'll run it through on the edit side. But yeah, I'm about to do this fantastic interview. I already know it's going to be a fantastic interview. But a lot of my interviews are fantastic. But no, I appreciate the support. But y'all support all these different black-owned businesses that we be highlighting here on the show. Make sure you stay tuned in to everything that we're doing. We have more shows coming, more hosts, Melanie, Sunshine. If you have not already, go check out Roku TV and go to Roku TV and get the channel Inspired Media Network and check out Behind the Bar with Bree. That's Behind the Bar. The host Bree teaches you how to make drinks. But yeah, keep on supporting. You can always go to the Facebook page, Banked Out Radio Show. Go to the Instagram page, Banked Out _radio _ show, and also get that app. Stay tuned in. You know, Banked Out Radio Show, baby. We're taking over. It's on Apple Store and the Google Play Store. Banked Out Radio Show.
One time for the team that's gon' hustle for the cream. All we know is grind till the dough come. This the Banked Out Radio Show. We controlling the globe and we second to no one. Every time we emerge, we putting that work in. Banked Out, do it for the culture. Putting on for the city that's 24/7. And we showing love like we supposed to. And we keep making moves by coastal. None of those suckers didn't believe, but I told you. Banked Out about to be a household name. And Banked Out mean we about more change. You don't even know just how I really get. You're rocking with the best, so tuned in where you better be. Plus we getting fancy like Nancy on every single day of the week. And chopping game like a Cherokee. Ballin' like Odell, tryna step more meal. Networking every way is about to be a movie. Gotta go big, it's the only way to do it. It's a conglomerate, we getting to it. Plus we got heat for the streets while you puffin' on the cook shop leaf. Riding out on the interstate, we got indies and majors. We international players, all about getting paid. Make sure to tune in and tap in with the movement, cause it's about to go down. Shout out Discover, this captain of the mothership. If you ain't know, then you know now. We about to get bang. Banked Out Radio Show.
I can't stand you sometimes.
Alright y'all, you tuned in to the Banked Out Radio Show. I'm your host Andres, and I am here on location in, what's this actual shopping plaza called?
Summit at the mall.
Summit at the mall.
Yes.
Okay, because I did like a little precursor introduction in the front before you got here.
Okay.
That I'm going to throw in the video. But yeah, Summit at the mall. I'm here with Miss Courtney Waters, who is the owner, proprietor of it's Girls Factor.
Girl Factor.
Oh, there's a prostitute over there. Okay, sorry.
Well,
okay.
They messed that up.
Oh, okay. So Girl
Yeah.
Factor, yeah. So thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh no, this is what it's all about.
Yes.
And y'all see she's showing some leg and everything too. Woo, look at that. But no, she actually has on a dress that's here.
This is actually here at my boutique.
Exactly. So let's get into it. I saw the news clip. And I thought it was a fascinating story that you started out in your trunk, right, selling clothes and stuff. But let's predate that. What actually got you into really wanting to, sell clothes? Because I'm like, one, you know how fashion is. It's up and down. It's trendy. Sometimes you can hit it hot, and then sometimes you can hit it when it's not so hot. So why even, and it seems like, from a business perspective that, it's a huge risk factor. So why even jump into the fashion industry?
I just felt like when it's something that I love to do, it would be more easier for me. When I first started, well, let's go back from why did I want to start. So in high school, I would stay up all night trying to figure out, do this shirt go with these pants, or do this outfit go together, or did I want to wear heels, do I want to wear tennis shoes? Like, my life has always been revolved around fashion. In high school, like, everybody knew that, okay, let's see what Courtney wearing this week. I have my friends at the college like, what you wearing tomorrow? Because you know how you extra. But that's a part of my lifestyle. Like, that's something that I really love to do. I always love fashion. I always love to dress up. And so I just felt like it was something easy. Like, at a young age, I hopped on Instagram. So I was able to see, like, everybody from all over the world, different type of fashion. I could see like different type of shirts, jeans, jackets that like haven't even hit the streets of Macon or like Georgia, you know, not even Atlanta. Like I see stuff in LA, you know, that's like the #1 fashion district. So I would just use, maybe I didn't have the money then, but I would use those ideas and like, okay, well this kind of look like this shirt and matching stuff up, and as more as the time like progressed, I got like, it was easy. So even when I go and like pick out different clothing for the store, I can probably get over 300 pieces, and it don't only take me 30 minutes because
you know what you want.
Yeah, I got
an eye for it.
Yeah, I have an eye for it. So
I can tell you got an eye for a lot of different stuff. Just going through and like even just getting the promo footage or whatever, or B-roll footage, and seeing the different styles and the volume of inventory that you have is very impressive. So I definitely want to give you your hats off to that because I just see money. I'm like, I know what business is. I've been doing business for a long time, and I can tell when there's a lot of thought put into something, when there's a lot of planning and preparation, and a lot of execution and stuff being well executed. So you start selling the clothes, right? And I like the fact, and we'll get into that too, that you know you're from Macon and you chose to actually use this location too, sort of like a give back to the community. But you're selling clothes and stuff, you know, and you could have had it, you know what I'm saying, you could have stayed with that business model, which, you know, the overhead wasn't, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot besides gas and pulling up or whatever, you know.
Pretty much.
So why take it to that next level?
Are you referring to the store or just?
Yeah, because you went from selling clothes, right? Out the
Yes.
trunk of the car to the store.
Okay, so let's back to the selling clothes out the trunk. So, what really made me open was just seeing the volume of the income that was coming in with me selling clothes out of the trunk, and it wasn't really as much, but I was like, it happened so fast. I wasn't able to like afford that many outfits, but whatever I was able to get my hands on, I would be like, okay. If this sold out this fast, then I think I can do this for a living. I may can do this again, or like, is this something that's just temporarily? So I kind of started, I was doing clothes out of my trunk, and then for maybe like 6 months, and then another 6 months, I would do different pop-up shops. I did one at a friend of mine's bar and grill, and I would just tell everybody to come, and even the people that was in her establishment, they came and shopped, and people would pull up and shop, and it was just like, dog, like I really wish I had a perfect location to do it, because I knew like a club, that wasn't the right location, but it was a start, and it was all about just starting. So after I did the location, after I got done selling clothes out the trunk, I was like, okay, well, I want to do this for a living. I want to try to do this. I looked around Macon for a lot of different locations, but nothing just was not hidden like this location. And I looked like on Riverside, Vineville, just different parts, but I just was like, it's something about this location that it was a feeling. It was a good feeling that I just really felt like it was gonna do good. Not only because it was by Kids Foot Locker, but because of this side of town. When I was doing pop-up shops, 90% of my customers would meet me on this side of town versus meeting me on Riverside or Vineville. So I was like, okay, if I was able to, it was kind of like a trial and error. Like, okay, I was able to test and see the water, and I seen that this was like my main targeted audience was on this side. So I was able to stick to this side.
Yeah.
I was a little discouraged as far as the location because of the expenses, but it was a big risk. I think this was one of the biggest risks that I took in my life. 26 years of living, and I don't regret it. I'm actually glad that I did. The building was available for over, I want to say 5 years before I decided to actually get the building. So it was real dusty. Oh my God.
You had to come in and renovate?
I did. So the landlord they did their part as far as the lights. Everything had to be rewired. So I actually worked in here for over 2 months without no lights, water, air conditioning. It was just hot. Every day I would come in here and sweat. I would come in here and sweat, paint, and it was like the storefront actually have natural lighting. So that was able to help me out with a lot because it wasn't closed in. So although I had no lights, I was still able to come in and do exactly what I needed to do as far as painting, waxing the floors, stripping the floors, you know, putting up shelves, putting up like the different racks on the walls. I was still able to do that part. But as far as anything that required any type of electricity, I had to wait 2 months. But the good thing about it, the landlord was able to kind of work with me on the rent until they was able to do their part, which was rewiring, replumbing. Like the building was a mess before I got it. A lot of people see the glitz and glams and think
but they don't see, they don't see the hard work, the preparation, and then being able to be, you know what I'm saying, cash flow heavy to be able to, you know, do that, but then still keep your customer base because you're still, or imagine at that time, you're in here working, but you're also still selling stuff. Just to be able to keep that cash flow coming in, to be able to pay for more stuff because you know the vision that you have.
Exactly. So it was kind of like that as well. I wasn't open. I think I had like 1 month before grand opening, and I seen so many people slowing down trying to really see what was coming, and I was like, I don't really want to be, I don't want them to see everything just so soon. I want it to be like a surprise. So I put up curtains all over, and people were still peeping in, and one girl knocked on the door and was like, I know you're not open yet, but could I please just come in here and buy something? I don't really want to go out tonight. And she brought more friends, and they I was like, okay, if I keep selling, I'm not gonna have no clothes for the grand opening, but that's still it'll help me go back and get more, which that's what it did.
Yeah. So you just said a lot, right? You talked about market research and applying that. You talked about consumer behavior. You talked about retailing. I don't think people understand what retailing, you know, location is prime, and knowing, like you said, putting your market research together, people coming over here and meeting you, and knowing that, okay, that's 90% of your customer base is comfortable coming over here, so more than likely you can deduct that, hey, my customer base is somewhere around here. Let's dive into, you know, you're ambitious for what you're doing, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I applaud that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't get to see the vision that you have for yourself or can understand. So how is the circle? You know, because I ask this question with all the entrepreneurs. You know, you're in a circle. When you tell them you're about to do something like this, are they supportive, or they're like, you know, projecting their fears onto you, or is it like a little mixed emotions with folks? How was your experience with that?
I would say it was definitely mixed. I had people with good intentions, and I had some people that I thought probably had good intentions, but like you said, I thought it was like the fear, like, oh, friend, I don't want you to fail. But it was maybe like, oh, friend, I don't want you to be better than me. Or I don't want you to be, like, better. So my dad, I'm not saying, like, that's my number one man. Like, he support me. It don't matter if I had $1 or $1 million, he'll treat me the same. And he won't, like, if I say, Daddy, take this. No, I ain't taking this. But that's just how he is. But when I first opened, he's like, okay, you sure you're going to be able to afford this? You sure you're going to be able to, you know, make this? You sure? Now, that's why I would say he was, like fearing, like, I don't want my baby girl to fail. Versus some people, they would, you know, like, didn't think that I really would pull something like this off. You know, like, sometimes you can tell people your vision. I can sit there and say, yeah, I'm going to open up a boutique. It's going to be right next to a multi-billion-dollar company. It's going to be so pretty with chandeliers. It's going to be like a whole flower wall. It's going to be like marble, like shiny wood floors. And people still wouldn't really imagine, like, everything, what I'm telling them, you know. Sometimes you have to bring that vision to light. And I would definitely say this to a lot of upcoming entrepreneurs, like, you know, don't get me wrong, you can tell people your plan, but just don't tell them everything, you know. Tell them a basic, I'm opening up a boutique. You know, I get this a lot. I met a dude, he has a mobile bar in Atlanta. I met him last weekend, I want to say, and he was telling me, like, I was telling him I like this. I have a business in making, and he was like, oh, okay, that's dope. You know, I have a boutique, and I know when I say boutique, a lot of people thinking like a small room, you know, with maybe 2 racks. And not saying nothing is wrong with that.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. I wouldn't necessarily call this a boutique.
Yeah.
I would call it a retail store.
Exactly. And that's
because just because of your square footage and your merchandise alone. Like a boutique would be probably like, you know, a fourth or a fifth of what you have. You have a diverse selection and you have the space. Someone could come all the way through here and go all the way to the back and, you know, find, you know, some stuff. So I know the word boutique is cool and everything, and I know what it means as like a marketer. It means like, you know, custom items or items that you necessarily can't get anywhere else. But besides that, you know, this is a retail environment. I was saying like, you know, this is a retail environment, and that's how I see it. I'm like, you know, and don't sell yourself short. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that confidence with you. And like, yeah, I got a retail store in Macon. Instead of like boutique, because, you know, it's,
and it is. A lot of people is, oh yeah, girl, I'm at this boutique. And it's like, it crumbled my mind because when I first opened, I'm like, I have a store. And don't get me wrong, I know that I have a retail store, but you know, the girls is more like trendy when they, oh yeah, it's a boutique. And I say boutique because it helps me stand out a little bit more online. Say for instance, if I put in shopping stores, Macon, Georgia, then I get Route 21, you'll get H&M, you'll get all these big time places, to the point where when I finally get to the bottom, it'll have me so low. Not saying that I can't build myself up, but that would take even more time because H&M, those are corporate, so it is, you know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And so as far as boutiques, I'm able to stand out more. I had some people coming from Chicago about 3 weeks ago, and I was just about to close. It was a slow day, like during the week, you know. So I was working on my online orders and different things like that. And they came, and she was like, yeah, we was passing through on the way to Atlanta, and I just put in boutiques, Macon, Georgia, and they came in and spent like, oh my God, she bought at least 30 outfits. She bought so many outfits. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, even people outside of the city really see, like, you in Chicago, so you in even a bigger city. And you like, oh yeah, they have boutiques down there, but it's nothing like this. And I'm like, wow. Like, they even opened up me.
Well, okay, so that speaks testimony. I don't know if you know what that really, to me, what that translates is, we've already talked about this. It's your I. And it's that you are the business, right? So you're the talent.
Right.
And without your eye and knowing what's like, you know, trending in fashion or what's about to start trending, you know what I'm saying? Other people connect with that. So yeah, I can definitely see, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's impressive. Like, I'm still like, you know, mesmerized by like, you know, that this exists here. And someone took the actual time to be able to build it up like this. Is when I see businesses and I see a lot of different entrepreneurs and they open up a brick and mortar, I'm like, look, don't shortchange what your vision is and go out there, you know, and get it. So how long did it take you to like build up your vendor accounts, or to like, you know, really find trustworthy wholesalers, or however you do your business, to where, you know, you can bring that back and then, you know, retail it on your end? Was that like a lot of trial and error, or were you able to just find people that you could, like, you know, because business is relationships, right? It's trust. Knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to go to this vendor or this wholesaler or this distributor and be like, all right, I like those pieces or whatever. And if, you know what I'm saying, that relationship is good, then, you know, you'll be able to come back and they're actually still going to be in business for you to do business with them so you can make your money.
Definitely. So honestly, it did take a little bit more time. It wasn't nothing that was like, oh, I'm gonna find this, I'm going to find this vendor, and this was my first time, and I'm like, yeah. So it took a lot of YouTube, Googling. It took just like so much research, and that's why a lot of people, you know, some people would come and ask, and it's like they want to know, like, you know, where you get your clothing from. And I said eventually I'm going to have a class because you have some people that's just not good at researching, that may be good in different other areas, but just not good at researching. So I looked online, and a lot of, like I would do Alibaba. And I'm sure everyone know about Alibaba. You don't need no type of business license or anything like that. You can just go on and kind of really start. You know, the shipping will be very high, and sometimes you'll be better off buying it in the States, and sometimes you will be cheaper off buying it on Alibaba. But once you get on there, I would just like test out different ones. I never really just started as far as this, just like, okay, I'm gonna just go with this first person. I would like build a relationship with them, talk, you know, good afternoon, good morning. Well, they're 12 hours behind, so by the time it's 12 a.m. here is 12 p.m. So they're still up working while we're sleeping. So you know, I stay up late and, you know, talk to them and tell them like, hey, you know, they will have those different type of appealing outfits and different things. Like, okay, you're like, dog, this look good, but then when you get it, it's a different type of material and you're disappointed. So that's why I make sure I say, hey, what type of fabric? Is this polyester? Is this cotton? Like, you gotta make sure you really just don't sell yourself short, order something and just think that it's gonna fall in your hand and like, okay, yeah, this sweet. Especially with China. Now, different, like when you're buying in the States, it's a whole lot more better because of the fact that you're able to 9 out of 10 see like real models of, you know, of a part of their brand modeling the clothes, versus China, they just steal these different celebrities' pictures and stuff and try to recreate that look. So it's a whole lot different, but that's how I started in China, and then I would Google, do different YouTubing, different researching. You know, I seen that I had needed business license, so I would go and get my business license, and that's how I got that, and I was able to really like have vendors from LA, California, well, that is California, but California, Miami, Atlanta, like different ones that was more convenient and still like, okay, I can sell this for this, and I know it won't be too excessive. It'll still be in the market, like the price market for my store. Like, I try not to go over a certain amount, and I try to still stay within my margins, but I also like to have good quality clothing as well.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. And there's a lot in that, and there's a lot of experience, there's a lot of, you know, like you said, research, a lot of connections. So how do you feel the store has been received by the community, you know, Macon and then at large?
So I feel like, honestly, the support and a lot of stuff is just unexplainable. Like, I honestly didn't know. Like, I knew a lot of people, but honestly, like, word of mouth, I can really say like a lot of people support. A lot of people support. People I never seen before. That's 60% of the time. The other 40%, you know, is the returning customer. Well, 20%. Well, really, 100% is returning customers. And, you know, like the other 40% still is people that I know that may have told this person, and now this is a new customer, and people from out of town. Like 2 days ago, I just had someone from Ashton, Georgia. I have people from Dooley County, Fort Valley. Like, they drive. One girl came from Savannah. So it's like, oh my God, like they come so far, and it really makes me want to really consider a new location. Just I'm not really sure exactly where yet, but I know in the future I definitely want to start a new location. Second location.
Okay.
Second.
Additional. So now that's like getting into the realms. Yeah, I manage. We have an office here in Macon, and then we have an office in Columbus for my counseling business. And managing multiple locations and all that stuff, whatever, is the bigger you get, the more management you have to do, and it's less personable because you can't be in all places at once or whatever. So just, you know, just keep that in mind. I'm not discouraging you from doing it. I'm just saying that, you know, it's a different tactic and stuff you have to employ.
Right. And that's the thing. It's not even like a lot of people say the finances. I don't think the finances is the problem, because there's so many different loans out, different opportunities where you would be able to show, you know, the banks like, hey, my store is making this amount of money, but you know, could you loan me this so I can go and do this? But it's more of the time management. It's more of me just having even more. I need more than one person. I need a team that I could really just say, okay. And I do have great people here now, but I still want to build them up to say, you know, slowly push away, you know, to be even more comfortable to leave this location for a week and come back and know everything is still being ran all the way smoothly.
Exactly. So did you have any particular goals that you wanted to set prior to open up the location, or was it like, you know, you was gonna see what it did and set future goals based off of that?
So I just wanted to see what it was going to do. Honestly, it was just me taking it a day at a time. I really did not know. I didn't know nothing. I was just like a blind man walking, just trying to figure everything out as I was going. You know, I didn't even know if I was gonna like do good, and that's like the number one thing that I want to tell everyone is like never doubt yourself. And that was something that I did. Like I really did. I was like, I didn't know. You know, it was just like, I mean, I was even asking. I never forget when I signed the contract and I asked the landlord like, hey, if I'm not able to afford it, you know, what happened? Like, will y'all take me to court? Like, would I have to, you know how sometimes in a house, like, I never, so I was like, okay, well, I hope I'm not going to be in a long-term debt if I'm signing this contract, you know, for with X, Y, Z a year. And if I'm not able to fulfill that, would I owe that back to you all, or would the contract just be ended? So he was like, yeah, the contract would just be ended. And I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, well, if you do it under, you know, the business.
Yes. Exactly.
Now, if you do it under personal, it's a whole different story.
Right.
But those are things, those are little things and stuff, tips and all that I try to put out and let, you know, new entrepreneurs know. But I do want to ask this question. How do you feel you're perceived as, you know, one, black women are the highest number of new entrepreneurs statistically, right? Do you feel that you're garnered the respect that you're deserved, or do you feel like you have to work extra harder to get the same type of respect that others get, or what's your perception?
When you say like others get, what exactly do you mean?
Well, you can compare yourself to other. You can compare yourself to other women entrepreneurs, or you can compare yourself to other men entrepreneurs, or a particular race, women and men. Sometimes it seems like, you know, business comes a little easier, or they don't have as many hurdles. And I've seen, like, I have a lot of different women partners in the various businesses that I have. And when they interact with certain people, it's a sort of, you know, brushed off type situation. But if I interact with that same person, I'm taking it as, you know, it's serious. You know, proposals, presentations, whatever the case may be. And I've talked to other business owners, especially black women, where, you know, sometimes they have to like go harder, or in order for people to, you know, respect what they're bringing to this situation.
Got you. Thank you for breaking that down for me. So honestly, I feel like I had to work a whole lot. Like, a lot of people don't really support you just because your name or who you are. Like, you got to show them what you stand for. And I had to kind of put that in motion, like, okay, like, no talk, I'll work. And like, as everything paid off, that's when I felt like I was even respected on a whole nother level. Like, dog, I didn't think Courtney, you know, from Bloomfield was going to pull something like this off, but I salute you, girl, you know. So it is a little bit more different versus, you know, me telling everybody, and, oh, yeah, we can't wait, you know, we going to support you. And I had a good amount of crowd for my grand opening, but 95% of all my customers came after. And, you know, everybody's busy and stuff like that, but, you know, it had to be a talk. Like, you got to go in there. This store is nice. This, you know, so, like, it was one of those things, like, people, they respect you sometimes, not off of word of mouth. It's about action.
Yeah. Okay, so I got this controversial question, right? I have debates with people all the time about this. Do you feel, and I'm going to give you my answer first before you give me yours. Do you feel that your friends should automatically support your business? Now, here's my answer. My answer is, if my friends fall in the category of the demographic that I go after for that particular business, and they don't support me, we got issues.
Okay.
Reason being is because why would you support something else that you know that I do that? And you're my friend. You know where I stand for. And what's the point of a relationship, of a friendship, if it's not to be beneficial?
I agree.
Because I'm going to give you, and you can expand upon your answer as well. If we're friends, what's the difference in you supporting my business? Because you fit that demographic, right? As a business transaction. We friends, we go out somewhere, we have something to drink, or whatever the case may be. You ain't got your wallet, I'll buy your drink. That's my friend, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's all the same. It's transactional. It's just the fact that I think the people have this misconception of you can't support, or you're not supposed to support your friends if you fall within their demographic. It's all the same to me. Which should you take?
I feel like, honestly, like, it's hard for me to really say because I just try not to box my thoughts. It could be different reasons. Like, I have, honestly, all of my friends, they came and they supported, but I just don't expect for them to, like, oh, everything that you wear got to be out of Girl Factor, or everything, like, you gotta come to my store at least one time out the month. Like, honestly, a real friend, I feel like if you supported me that one time, that's all I need, Now, if we've been friends and I've been open for 8 months and you like, oh yeah, that's my friend, and you never came to my store, we're not friends, Like, I got an eyeliner right there, you see it? For $1.50. I still call
right
it,
there?
yeah, lip gloss $1. So Carmex $2. So it's no reason why I feel like a friend can't say, well, I don't know what she got in there. I really can't afford it right now. No, we have earrings in there that's $3. Like, a lot of people, they get the misconception all the time and they want to say, oh, well, it's her prices are, iffy, or they're expensive, but people don't, they just word them out. People don't take the time to really come in, look, really see what you have, really give you an opportunity, because everybody want to be so negative. So that's how I feel, though, as far as the friend thing. Like, if you come in at least once, support me, that's all we need. Like, I don't need you to come in every week, or, oh, dog, she ain't came in 3 months about anything. Like, no. But, anything, like, as long as you support that one time, that's very big of you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't do that.
But honestly, like, it's hard for me to focus on, like, because I don't have a lot of friends. I can count on 2 hands. So for the most part, all my friends, they do come in and shop more than one time. Of course. They've been in here a lot, but it's just so much support and so many customers I have. Like, I don't have the time to see where I'm lacking at, about who's not shopping, or oh, this person didn't come and shop, because that person probably didn't come shop, but 15, 20, 30 people came in here and shopped today. So
I get that, and I understand.
Kind of balance out a little bit to me.
I just, I feel a little different for, like, I support, like, regardless, right? I've been people's first, pretty much everything, whether it's been providing them their first interview, or say if someone drops something, I'm the first one. Within like 2 minutes of them dropping it, I done cashed apped them or bought it online, or whatever the case may be. I have a lot of different people who I support their clothes, the music, the brands, whatever the case may be, food, all that stuff, and I'll continue to support too. That's just the type of person I am, because I know how powerful that dollar is circulating, and the more that I support them, the more they're going to be able to stay in business and then take advantage of the opportunities that will come along with that.
Right.
Because that's how you are able to take advantage of the opportunities. You have to stay in business in order for that to happen.
Right, exactly.
But that's me, and I just I have a higher level, or a different way of accountability for that. But I do get what you're saying, though.
Thank you.
I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying that I'm all right or nothing like that. Right. I just have a different philosophy with that. But for everybody out there who's going to watch the video, let them know. Oh, well, let me ask you this one last thing. So you mentioned the online store as well. To me, that's 2 different businesses, right? The retail and the online. How do you balance the two?
So that's something that I'm still kind of like balancing. Actually, I was up all night deleting all the old stuff off the website. I honestly thought that it would be easier, like trying to still do online in the whole retail store, but it's two separate inventories that I have to have. Like when I buy in bulk, I buy at least 6 or 12. So when I put everything out on the floor, like a good weekend, everything could be gone, or it probably be like a small and a large left. But it's hard because a person probably order extra large or probably like a medium online, and I'm like, oh, I got a refund, you know, kind of sold out. So that's something that I had to learn, because I thought that I would be able to kind of function like selling my inventory, like pulling it off the floor, packing it up and shipping it off.
Yeah, because you can't determine when people gonna shop.
Exactly. So it's different. It's a whole lot different. But I mean, the store is, you know, it's more efficient. It runs even quicker than online. I'm trying to get online up and running all the way to the point where I'm waking up and still seeing the same amount of orders that I did in the store. Yeah. But
you can get that, but there's a whole nother stuff like that with marketing and other stuff, whatever. But let me go ahead and let you plug where the store location is. How can people find you online if they want to go online and support and all that good stuff?
Perfect. So we're located at Summit at the Mall Shopping Center, and it's 3755 Bloomfield Road, Suite 12A in Macon, Georgia. It's right next to Kids Foot Locker, and it's like a whole little shopping center, so you can't miss me. You'll see Girl Factor at the top. And the online website is www.girlfactorfashion.com. All together, it's Girl Factor and then fashion at the end.com.
All right, and there y'all have it. Miss Courtney Waters with Girl Factor. And y'all make sure y'all come in here, y'all support, buy like, 12 pieces, and bring about 5 friends with you too.
Yes, so maybe 10.
So you bring 10.